are the expected economic impacts of the new Trump tax bill? This week, House Republicans revealed what they are calling the Big Beautiful Bill. That's its actual name. To make a long story very short, it's essentially a continuation of Trump's 2017 tax cuts. But what does that mean for the economy? To get a sense of this, we're going to have to take a look at GDP, or gross domestic product. There are 4 factors that make up a country's GDP: personal consumption, domestic investment, government investment, and net exports. Now, this bill directly targets government spending. It actually requires the federal government to reduce its spending by $1.7 trillion over 10 years. That means the G in our GDP equation will actually shrink. But this drop in government spending will actually have second-order effects that will increase spending in other areas of the economy, namely in consumption and in investment. That's because in order to finance its activity, the government actually has to crowd out consumption and investment. Government taxes make it harder for consumers to spend money, and government debt makes it harder for companies to raise funds. Economically speaking, this is a good thing, right? Cutting government spending in this way will in the long run negatively impact both consumers and businesses. This bill goes after Medicaid, which many low-income Americans use as their primary health insurance to cover healthcare costs. It will also have the effect of lowering wages by 0.1% because average Americans won't benefit from the tax breaks that richer Americans are going to experience. And on top of that, it's still expected to add $3.3 trillion to the national debt over 10 years, which will only increase the amount of money that government will have to finance through debt, which will further crowd out investment. This bill is big. It's not beautiful, because while it will increase total economic output in the United States, it's going to make average Americans worse off. If you want legislation that works for both the economy and for you, let your senators and representatives know to vote no on this bill and that they should do better when crafting legislation. Because the people advising them have access to this information. They know what's good for Americans. And it is not the Big Beautiful Bill.